Stop. Even strawberry lovers shouldn't miss this moon. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Message from the Sky. Before we begin, let me ask you something. Have you ever picked a strawberry that looked absolutely perfect on the outside, only to discover that the sweetest part was hidden underneath? Life can be like that, and so can this full moon. The strawberry full moon may sound soft, cheerful, and delicious enough to serve with whipped cream. But don't let the name fool you, because behind that gentle title is one of the most meaningful cosmic moments of the year. So whether you're here because you love astrology, because you accidentally clicked on a moon with the fruit in its name, or because something in your heart whispered, "Watch this," I'm truly glad you're here. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let's spend a little time together beneath the same sky. Why is it called the strawberry full moon? Let's clear up one of the biggest mysteries first. No, the moon will not turn pink. It won't smell like strawberries, and unfortunately, it won't magically improve your dessert. The name comes from traditional North American harvest seasons, when wild strawberries were ready to be gathered. In other words, this moon has always been connected with ripeness, with harvest, with finally seeing the results of what has been quietly growing beneath the surface. And perhaps that's exactly why you're here today. Maybe something inside you has been growing too. A dream, a decision, a healing process, a quiet hope you haven't shared with anyone. This full moon asks a simple question. What in your life is finally ready to be harvested? This is not just another full moon. Every full moon illuminates something. But this one arrives while the sky itself is changing. The sun is in Cancer, reminding us to protect our hearts, our homes, and the people we love. Directly opposite, the moon shines in Capricorn, encouraging responsibility, discipline, long-term planning, and the courage to build something meaningful. Imagine standing with one foot in your living room and the other in your office. One side whispers, "Take care of yourself." The other says, "Keep climbing." The magic of this full moon is realizing you don't have to choose one at the expense of the other. You can build success without abandoning your peace. You can pursue ambition without forgetting your humanity. Then the rest of the sky joins the conversation. And this is where things become extraordinary. Mercury stations retrograde in Cancer. Jupiter enters Leo. Mars begins moving through Gemini. Saturn and Neptune continue their journey through Aries. Pluto transforms Aquarius from behind the scenes. Chiron begins a new healing story in Taurus. The universe didn't schedule one event. It scheduled an orchestra. Every instrument is playing. Every planet adds another note. And together they create one clear message. It's time to stop living on autopilot. The sun in Cancer. Protect what truly matters. Let's begin with the sun. The sun in Cancer shines on family, emotional security, belonging, memories, kindness, and the places that feel like home. Cancer energy reminds us that success means very little if we never have time to enjoy it. It encourages nurturing rather than proving, connection rather than competition, softness rather than constant survival mode. So ask yourself, when was the last time you truly felt at home? Not just in a building, but inside your own heart. The moon in Capricorn built something that lasts. Now look to the moon. The moon in Capricorn doesn't hand out shortcuts. It quietly says, "Show me what you've built." Capricorn rewards patience. It honors consistency. It reminds us that extraordinary lives are often created through ordinary habits repeated with love. This full moon may reveal where you've outgrown old responsibilities, or where you've been carrying burdens that were never yours to begin with. Sometimes maturity isn't taking on more. Sometimes maturity is finally putting something down. Mercury retrograde in Cancer. Slow down before you decide. Now let's talk about the planet everyone loves to blame. Yes, Mercury retrograde. If your Wi-Fi disconnects this week, please don't send an angry letter to the moon. Mercury retrograde is less about cosmic punishment and more about cosmic proofreading. It asks us to revisit, to reconsider, to reread. Because Mercury is retrograde in Cancer, memories may resurface. Old conversations may replay in your mind. You might hear from someone you haven't spoken to in years, or you may suddenly understand an emotional wound that never fully healed. Don't be afraid of these moments. They're not interruptions. They're invitations. This isn't necessarily the best time to rush into major decisions or sign important agreements without careful review. Instead, pause, reflect, read the contract twice, sleep on the decision, and remember that changing your mind after gaining new wisdom isn't failure, it's growth. Jupiter enters Leo. It's time to stop hiding. While Mercury asks us to reflect, Jupiter asks us to expand. As Jupiter enters Leo, it opens the door to greater confidence, creativity, leadership, joy, and self-expression. The message is beautifully simple. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs the version of you that only you can be. Maybe it's time to share your art, launch your project, wear the bright outfit, say yes to the opportunity, or finally believe the compliment instead of arguing with it. Jupiter in Leo isn't about arrogance. It's about remembering that your light was never meant to stay hidden. Before we continue, take another slow breath. Notice how you feel right now, not how you think you should feel, just how you actually feel, because this entire full moon can be summarized in one gentle sentence. You are allowed to grow without abandoning yourself, and that, beautiful soul, may be the sweetest harvest of all. Now, let's step through the gate together. Take another deep breath. Imagine you're standing in front of an old wooden bridge. Behind you is everything you've already lived through. The victories, the disappointments, the mistakes you still think about at 2 a.m., and the dreams you almost gave up on. Ahead of you is a path you cannot fully see. The fog hasn't lifted yet, but the bridge is strong, and the universe seems to be smiling gently, saying, "You don't need to see the entire journey. You only need enough courage to take the next step." That's the energy of this strawberry full moon. Is this full moon opening a portal? You may have heard people say that this full moon is opening a portal or activating a gateway. In a symbolic and spiritual sense, many people experience it that way. But perhaps the most meaningful portal isn't somewhere in the sky. Perhaps it's the one opening inside you. This is a moment of transition, a moment when old emotional stories begin to loosen their grip and new possibilities quietly appear. Think of it less as walking through a magical doorway, and more as finally unlocking a room you've always carried within yourself. The main message of this full moon, if the moon could send you a text message tonight, I think it would say this: stop trying to prove your worth. Start living it. Capricorn energy wants to build. Cancer energy wants to nurture. Together they remind us that true success isn't just about achievements. It's about creating a life that feels peaceful when nobody else is watching. A life where your calendar reflects your values. A life where your ambition and your well-being can sit at the same table. The planets are telling one story. Let's look at the sky as if it's one conversation. The sun in Cancer says, "Protect your heart." The moon in Capricorn replies, "Protect your future." Mercury retrograde in Cancer gently adds, "Before moving forward, make sure you've understood the past." Jupiter entering Leo laughs and says, "And while you're at it, stop hiding your gifts." Mars in Gemini jumps in enthusiastically, "Let's learn something new." Saturn in Aries calmly responds, "Wonderful idea, now commit to it." Neptune in Aries whispers, "Dream boldly." Pluto in Aquarius quietly reminds us, transformation often begins invisibly. And Chiron in Taurus adds one final sentence, "Healing starts when you realize you were worthy all along." Suddenly, The sky doesn't feel confusing anymore. It feels like a conversation about becoming whole. The meditation I recommend most, if I could guide every one of you through just one meditation under this full moon, it would be this. Find somewhere comfortable. Turn off your notifications. Yes, even that one group chat with 173 unread messages can wait. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in for 4 counts. Hold it gently. Now breathe out even more slowly. Imagine you're standing in a peaceful field at night. The moon hangs above you, bright and calm. Its light doesn't judge you. It doesn't criticize your mistakes. It simply illuminates them with compassion. Now picture yourself carrying a heavy backpack. Inside are worries, old expectations, unfinished guilt, the pressure to be perfect. One by one, take each weight out of the backpack and place it gently on the ground. Watch the moonlight touch it. Watch it become lighter. Then ask yourself one question. What am I finally ready to stop carrying? Don't chase the answer. Let it come. When you're ready, place one hand over your heart and quietly repeat, I release what no longer serves me. I trust my timing. I welcome peace, wisdom, and steady growth into my life. Stay there for another breath, then slowly open your eyes. The best ritual for this full moon. Forget complicated rituals. Forget buying 12 crystals and 17 candles because someone on the internet told you to. Sometimes simplicity is the most powerful magic. Take 2 pieces of paper. On the first write, asterisk what you're ready to release. Asterisk habits that keep you stuck. Asterisk fears that no longer deserve your attention. Asterisk stories about yourself that simply aren't true anymore. Then safely tear the paper into small pieces, or burn it if that symbolic act feels meaningful and safe for you. Now take the second page. Write down the life you're choosing instead. Not what impresses strangers. Not what earns applause, but what genuinely brings you peace. Fold that paper. Keep it somewhere special. Read it again next month. You may be surprised how quickly small intentions become real changes. 3 questions that can change everything. Before going to bed, ask yourself, where am I working harder than I need to? Where am I giving more than I'm receiving? And what would happen if I trusted myself just a little bit more? Don't worry about finding perfect answers. Good questions often change our lives long before the answers arrive. A tiny challenge from me to you. Tomorrow, buy a strawberry, or imagine one if they're out of season. Hold it for a moment before eating it. Notice how something so sweet began as a tiny seed hidden in the soil. Then remind yourself, big transformations often begin where nobody is looking. Your healing, your confidence, your next opportunity, your future. They're all growing, even on the days when it feels like nothing is happening. And now, the moon has shared its message. The planets have shared theirs. The most important message is still yours to discover. So let's turn the page together. And the universe has a very personal message waiting for all of you. We're going sign by sign. Aries, let's start with you. Dear Aries, if you've been feeling like you're standing at the top of a hill, looking at the next mountain and wondering, do I really have to climb that too? The answer is yes. But here's the good news. You're stronger than you think. This strawberry full moon shines a bright light on your career, your reputation, and the legacy you're building. You may receive recognition for your hard work, or you may suddenly realize that success means something very different to you than it did a year ago. With Mercury retrograde beginning at the same time, don't rush into big announcements or irreversible decisions. Review the details. Ask one more question. Read the contract again. And remember, even rockets spend time on the launch pad before they reach the stars. Taurus, now the sky turns toward you. Dear Taurus, this full moon encourages you to look beyond your comfort zone. You may feel drawn toward learning, travel, teaching, spirituality, or a dream you've quietly carried for years. The universe is gently asking, what would you do if you believed you couldn't fail? Chiron in Taurus continues to support healing around confidence and self. So, if you've been doubting yourself lately, don't mistake temporary uncertainty for permanent limitation. You're not lost. You're growing roots before your next season of growth. And yes, taking snacks on the journey is still an excellent idea. Gemini, take a deep breath before you text anyone. Dear Gemini, Mars has entered your sign, filling you with fresh energy, ideas, and motivation. You may want to start 10 projects before breakfast. Please don't. The strawberry full moon shines on intimacy, trust, shared finances, emotional honesty, and transformation. Something hidden may finally become visible, and that clarity can be a gift. At the same time, Mercury ruling planet is retrograde. That means reflection is more powerful than reaction. If an old friend reaches out, listen. If an old memory returns, pay attention. If you find yourself typing an emotional message at midnight, maybe sleep on it first. Your future self might send you a thank you card. Cancer. This full moon is speaking directly to your heart. Dear Cancer, with the sun in your sign and the moon shining opposite you in Capricorn, relationships become the center of attention. This could be a partner, a close friend, a family member, or even your relationship with yourself. Ask honestly, am I giving from love or from fear of disappointing people? This full moon wants balance. It reminds you that caring for others should never require abandoning your own emotional needs. Mercury retrograde may also bring memories, conversations, or people from the past back into your awareness. Not everything that returns is meant to stay. Sometimes it returns simply so you can finally understand it and peacefully let it go. Leo, the curtain is slowly rising. Dear Leo, Jupiter is entering your sign, beginning a beautiful new chapter that can bring growth, visibility, confidence, creativity, and opportunities over the coming year. But before the spotlight gets brighter, the Capricorn full moon asks you to take care of the backstage, your health, your routines, your daily habits. Success is easier to enjoy when you're sleeping well, eating well, and giving yourself permission to rest. This is also a wonderful time to simplify your schedule. You don't have to attend every event, reply to every message, or volunteer for every project. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is take a nap. Virgo, put down the checklist for just a minute. Dear Virgo, this full moon wants to remind you that life isn't only about efficiency. It's also about delight. Romance, creativity, hobbies, children, laughter, and artistic expression may all become more important now. You may rediscover something that once made you feel alive. Paint, dance, sing, bake bread, write poetry, plant tomatoes. The universe isn't grading your performance. It's inviting your participation. And if your idea of fun is color-coding your bookshelf, honestly, that's perfectly on brand. Libra home is where your heart can exhale. Dear Libra, this full moon illuminates your home, family, emotional security, and private life. You may feel inspired to move, redecorate, reconnect with loved ones, or simply create more peace in your soul. Ask yourself, where do I feel safe enough to be completely myself? Career matters may still demand your attention, but don't forget that your inner world deserves care too. Light a candle, cook a comforting meal, call someone who makes you laugh. The smallest acts of love often have the biggest impact. Take another slow breath. We've reached the halfway point of our zodiac journey, and trust me, the universe isn't finished talking yet. Now we'll explore what this remarkable strawberry full moon has in store for Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And we'll close with one final message that may stay with you long after the moon has faded from the night sky. Scorpio, sometimes the most powerful word is the one you haven't said yet. Dear Scorpio, This strawberry full moon illuminates your communication, your ideas, and the conversations that have been waiting for the right moment. You may finally speak your truth, or you may hear something that changes your perspective completely. Don't rush to respond. Listen first. Observe. Let the silence tell its side of the story. With Mercury retrograde in Cancer, old messages, forgotten memories, or unfinished discussions may resurface. Instead of seeing them as interruptions, consider them invitations to heal. And one friendly reminder, Scorpio, not every mysterious text message requires a full FBI investigation. Sometimes someone really did just mean, see you tomorrow. Sagittarius, your greatest investment might be in yourself. Dear Sagittarius, this full moon shines on your finances, your values, and your sense of worth. It asks a profound question. Are you building wealth, or are you building a life? You may gain clarity about income, spending, or long-term security. You may also realize that you've been giving your time and energy too freely to people who don't truly appreciate it. The sky encourages you to think bigger, but also smarter. Not every opportunity deserves a yes. Choose the ones that align with your deepest values, because the most valuable currency you own isn't money, it's your attention. Capricorn, the moon has saved a special message for you. Dear Capricorn, this is your full moon, and when the moon shines in your sign, it shines directly on your identity, your growth, and the person you've become. Some chapters may end now, others may quietly begin. You could feel emotional in unexpected ways, even if you're usually the one keeping everything together. That's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that your heart is asking to be included in the conversation. This full moon doesn't ask you to work harder. It asks you to live more honestly. You don't have to carry every responsibility. You don't have to fix every problem. And despite what your to-do list may suggest, the world will keep spinning if you take one evening off. Probably. Aquarius, the answer may arrive when everything gets quiet. Dear Aquarius, this full moon activates your inner world, your dreams, and your subconscious mind. You may find yourself reflecting more than usual. Pay attention to your intuition. Notice repeating themes. Keep a notebook beside your bed. Some of your best ideas may arrive just before sleep or immediately after waking. Pluto continues its long journey through Aquarius, encouraging deep personal transformation. You're not becoming someone new. You're uncovering who you've always been beneath the expectations of others. And yes, sometimes staring thoughtfully out the window counts as productive research. Pisces, your future is calling, and it sounds surprisingly hopeful. Dear Pisces, this strawberry full moon lights up your friendships, your community, and your long-term dreams. You may discover who truly belongs in your next chapter. You may also feel inspired to join a new group, begin a meaningful collaboration, or reconnect with a dream you quietly set aside. The North Node continues to encourage your personal evolution. Trust your intuition, but also take practical steps. Dreams are wonderful. Applications are helpful. Vision boards are inspiring. Actually sending the email is even better. The universe loves faith, but it also appreciates follow-through. Before we leave, let's talk heart to heart. Beautiful soul, no matter your zodiac sign, no matter where you live, no matter what you've been carrying lately, I hope you remember this. The strawberry full moon is not here to judge you. It isn't here to punish you. It isn't asking you to become someone else overnight. Instead, it gently asks, what if you stopped fighting yourself? What if you trusted that healing doesn't have to be dramatic? What if growth could be steady instead of exhausting? What if success and peace could exist in the same life? This moon reminds us that ambition without joy eventually feels empty, and comfort without purpose eventually feels restless. The real magic is learning to hold both. One final moment together. Before you finish this video, close your eyes for just 10 seconds. Take one slow breath in, and let it out. Now, silently repeat. I release what no longer belongs to me. I welcome clarity instead of confusion. I choose peace without giving up my dreams. I trust that what is meant for me will arrive at the right time. Let those words settle. There's no rush. The moon isn't grading your performance. And finally, the strawberry full moon reminds us that fruit doesn't ripen by hurrying. It ripens by receiving sunlight, rain, time, and patience. Maybe you're not behind. Maybe you're simply still ripening. Maybe the delays protected you. Maybe the closed doors redirected you. Maybe the chapter you thought was ending was actually preparing you for a far more beautiful beginning. So tonight, look up if the sky is clear. Smile at the moon. Smile at yourself. And remember, the universe isn't asking you to become perfect. It's inviting you to become fully, courageously, and authentically you. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for sharing this little corner of the sky. Until we meet again, keep your heart open, keep your feet on the ground, and keep believing that even the smallest seed can grow into something extraordinary. And yes, if you celebrate this full moon with a bowl of strawberries, I think that's a deliciously wonderful idea.